Arsenal Fan TV. No season could be complete without our annual review from the one and only Chris Hudson. Now, Chris, what have you made of it this season?
I was thinking about that on the way here today, Rob. I thought me player of the season, performance of the season. My player of the year, you might be a little bit shocked, so I'm going for Koscielny.
Koscielny?
Yeah, week in, week out, steady 8 or 9 out of 10.
Not Alexis.
That's me. It's my personal opinion. Because personally, I'll have a good defender. I'll have a clean sheet, Rob, as you know.
We don't get many of them recently.
So it's Koscielny with me. I know Sanchez obviously has done very well. My best performance of the season was definitely Liverpool at home. I thought we touched heights that I haven't seen for years in that performance.
Worst performance of the season?
Easy, Tottenham away. I'll put that back.
What about, you know what, I've got one. What about Anderlecht?
Oh, yeah, good going, Rob. And Monaco.
3-0 up.
And now you've figured it
Monaco.
Yeah, and the most disappointing performance was Man United, because we dominated them here, and we lost 3-1. And it brought a lot of anger out, and not just me, a lot of supporters. So that's, you know.
What about young player of the season? Who would you go for that?
Got to be Bellerin. I mean, he is wonderful. The way he's come into that team, he's made it his place. And you got to pray that Barcelona's transfer embargo goes on for a little while longer.
You know, I've got another one for you. What about most improved player of the season here at Arsenal?
Oh, it's obvious. Coquelin, isn't it? I mean, what he's done there.
Monreal maybe as well?
Yeah, and Monreal. But I think Coquelin was on his way out. You know, he'd gone to Germany at Freiburg on loan. He'd been unmitigated disaster. If you said to me in August, oh, by the way, Francis Coquelin will have a major impact on this season, I'd think you were mad. But the way he deserves so much admiration for what he's done this season, and the way he's anchored that midfield, he's let people like Cazorla play. No, it's definitely Coquelin for me, mate.
Now listen, next season, we're moving into the silly season now when everybody gets linked with a move to Arsenal. One player that's been linked heavily, Raheem Sterling. Now, would you have him at Arsenal?
It's not whether I'd have him. Knowing the Arsenal as I do, you know, the most conservative of football clubs, I really can't see him walking through the door at the Emirates. I just don't think he's everything Wenger don't like in football either. Cocky agents. He's just,
he's got the same agent. I think I read the other day he's got the same agent as the Ox.
Yeah,
but him as a player, even Brendan Rodgers was saying the other day, he's been professional throughout. You know, he's been badly advised probably, but he's been professional in himself. I mean, do you reckon he could add something to Arsenal?
Yeah, he could add something, but I've got to tell you, Rob, anything Brendan Rodgers says, I'd sort of totally dismiss, because I think the bloke's a total fraud. But that's another story. You know, but no, I don't. I'm sorry, Rob, I don't think we even really need him. I'm looking at more. You know, I feel sorry for Ospina, but Peter Cech is that next level up. So I'd like Cech to come here, obviously. I love Jackson Martinez to come here. I watched that Porto Bayern Munich Champions League game, and he ran them ragged. And we do need a more mobile option up front. You know, I feel sorry for Giroud. People, ever since Henry slaughtered him on Sky the other week, his performance has gone right down, and I wonder if that's affected him. You know, Giroud is a good, honest 18-goaler. He won't let you down. But he's not a Suarez. He's not. He's sort of an 8 out of 10. But I think Jackson Martinez is more of a 9 or 10. He could take us to another level.
Finally, you know, I want to ask you, right? Talking of, you know, I mean, marks. This season, what would you give this season? I mean, I'm talking to you before the FA Cup final. So, if we win the FA Cup, what will you give this season out of 10 for Arsenal?
Well, easily 8. And I'll tell you why. Because we've gone to Man City this year, put in a great performance. We've gone to Man United, put in a good performance. We've done Liverpool. Our record against the so-called big clubs has been much improved what it has been. So that's definitely going to be worth an 8 out of 10. But funny enough, the worst performance was against Tottenham, which is weird, really. But then you look at their season, they beat us, get the cigars out, and don't win another game. So what?
Thank you,
Well done, Arsenal.
Well done, Arsenal.
Well done.
Well, can we get a couple of photos? Please.
Thank you very much.
Arsenal, who plays in the FA Cup next week?